Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. I hope you read that Medium article which I put up today morning. It's called Gaining in Dollars, Losing in Rupees, the crucial balance in cross-border investing. Keshav said he read it, and I asked him, then he owned up and he said, no sir, I didn't read it. Just for him and people like him, instead of making them read the whole article, the gist of it I put off in an example. So if you read the example alone, if you're finding the article too much to read or too dense to read, you can skip down right to the bottom where there's an example which I've given. And that example pretty much gives the article in a nutshell and illustrates why it is important to be very careful about how you go about investing in the US market, equity market, or any market outside India, because you have to take the Indian rupees out and the dollar conversion is what the problem is. That is the hurdle which you have to worry about. So, as an example, I said, let's consider you as an investor decide to invest 10,000 rupees in an American company XYZ. Can be any company. So, when you transfer 10,000 rupees in your broker account saying this is to transfer for the American market to buy this, you execute a sale, 20% of the 10,000 rupees is immediately removed by the government of India. That is known as TCS. TCS is deducted at 2,000 rupees. Therefore, the actual amount you'll be investing is only 8,000 rupees. Then, of course, at 8,000 rupees, whatever the prevailing rate is, for this illustration, I said 75 rupees. That 75 rupees was eons ago. Now we are well past 75. Where are we now, Kesav? Where is the rupee dollar now?
So rupee is at 83 rupees, I think so.
He is too lazy to pull out his phone, so he said it's 83. Must be around 83. His phone is not with him. His girlfriend must be really angry with him, so he's kept it somewhere. Anyway, chalo. So it's around 83 rupees. But in this example, I kept it 75 rupees to a dollar, so that 85 approximately converts to around $106.67. So let's say you buy a company for $100 and you require one share or a little over a share, depending on how you buy it. If you're buying it in units, you can probably buy a little over a share. Then the value of appreciation of the year the XYZ company has gone from $100 to $103. So your investment is appreciated to around $109. And you convert it back to rupees, now it's worth around 8,243 rupees if the exchange stays the same. If you're like anything like Kesav or Kesav's generation, Karthi, who's sitting next to him, you guys even don't know what a tax filing is or don't even have a clue on how to file your taxes. Both of them are receiving salaries. They don't know how their taxes are sorted out. If it's deducted, what's happening, how much tax they're paying. They're not even filed the returns. They don't know. And if that's the way, same boat you're lying in, you probably will not even bother realizing that 2,000 rupees which you have gone from your account, which the government of India took, you can actually claim it back as long as it's below 7 lakhs. If you have not invested over 7 lakhs threshold in dollars for the year, or taken out dollars for less than 7 lakhs, you can ask the government of India to return that money to you. It is not a tax. It's like a pre-tax. If you cross even by $1 over 7 lakhs, 1 rupee over 7 lakhs, then the 20% stays. Then you have to file justification if it's required. But if it's below 7 lakhs, you can claim saying, I did not cross 7 lakhs and the government of India will return the money to you. And of course, that return doesn't mean they immediately give it back to you like how they took the money. They'll take their sweet time to give their money to you, but you will get your money back. That is rest assured. So this is the point of the illustration, that this, if you do not keep a track of this while you're investing in the American stock market, you will be making net loss. That means you will suffer a net loss of 20% even before you buy anything or even before your stock starts moving and appreciating. So this illustration alone, I'm showing you that if you managed to buy a good stock and the market is in a bull run and is appreciating, your loss is only at less than 20%. Let's say the market is corrected very badly, the recession is on the US, and you put a lot of money in the US and you want to pull all that money out, your losses could be terrible within a year's time. And please do keep in mind, if you do not claim your tax this within the year, financial year, you cannot retrospectively claim that back after 2-3 years saying, oh, I forgot to claim it 2-3 years ago. That year, if you notice I did not cross 7 lakhs, can you return my 2 lakhs, whatever, back to me? They'll say no. That book is closed. The government is allowed, and by law, legally, everything allowed to come back and say 20 years ago you didn't pay something, pay me now with interest. They can ask. But you, as a citizen, you're not allowed to go back and ask the government to return my money if you miss that window. If that window is closed, it's pretty much gone. I'm sure a lot of you will be come in comments, whomsoever of you have understood this and who have opinions about this will tell me in the comments. And I welcome these comments and I expect all, and I hope, not expect, expecting is too much, at least hope, like people like Kesa will read those comments and be more curious and go investigate this. The reason why I picked this topic specifically today is because I'm getting inundated by people asking me on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and on Twitter, Sir, Anand sir said American stock market, this is cheap. We should look at dollar rupee arbitrage and we should do this. Yes, he is talking about it in a general sense because the audience which he's talking to is a wide audience. Mind you, that doesn't mean it includes you. You have to see if it aligns with your goal and your financial situation and if it makes sense to you. It's like someone says, if you are someone who smokes very heavily, you must do this. Will you start applying that in your life if you don't smoke at all? No. It is just a general warning which they say about for smokers. It is given out as a public information. So then you decide if you want to apply it or not based on your lifestyle. Same way this applies to investing in American stocks. Just because Anand mentions it or Albin mentions it or somebody else mentions it, it doesn't mean you need to start investing in American stocks. Please first, like I said, first build a habit of investing, build a substantial base in India, then you can think about venturing out of India. And that too will only make sense if you're leaving India in the foreseeable future or you plan to go settle down in the US or anywhere else in any part of the world. Great, please invest and you can slowly look at taking your wealth outside India so you can use it there. Makes sense. But if you plan to live in India or if you are my age and you have no intention of going abroad, then it is something really to think and ponder about, especially after this taxes come in. Another curious thing is even the tax which is deducted in bonds. I'll do a separate video on this to explain this also. The tax which is deducted in bonds, you are legally allowed to claim that tax back if you file your papers properly with an auditor and you show that the tax needs to be returned to you and you have not, the tax is not liable for you, they will return the money to you. Let me say that again. If you file taxes properly with an auditor and you can claim that money which is deducted from your bonds, you can claim that money back. And trust me, that's quite a big sum of money for lots of you who have invested quite heavily in bonds. You can ask the government of India to return it to you and they will return it to you. Yes, they will not return it immediately. Don't immediately start screaming at me saying, sir, they'll take so long. Yes, they'll take so long, but the money will come back to you. They're legally bound to return that money to you once you've claimed and you've shown adequately that that money should come back to you, they will return it to you. So please do think of filing taxes. Taxes is just not about you paying the government of India. Taxes is filed for also the government of India to return money back to you when you deserve it. This is the main premise which I want you to keep in mind before you start running and investing in dollars. And this is why the article is titled Gaining in Dollars but Losing in Rupees. You're thinking you've invested in the American market $100 and you're gaining wealth over there, while this 20% which you've been deducted from, you don't even know that you've lost it. And mind you, if you cross 7 lakhs, that 20% stays. So if you're investing very heavily in the American market, make sure your investment is such that it makes sense in the long run, and with the rupee dollar arbitrage and everything put together, that you're gaining that 20% back. Otherwise, does it even make sense? Is something for you to think if you're investing out of India. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you read the article and I hope you have many more questions to ask me after reading it, because I've left a lot of holes in it purposely to see if any of you pick up on those holes and ask me questions, because I love the conversations I'm having with you on Instagram. Let's keep those going. Thanks.
So after Kuwait, my team has decided to do an event in Trivandrum. Those who are desirous of meeting me in Trivandrum can contact our team at trivandrummp@gmail.com, the mail ID given below, or the WhatsApp number given below. My team would fill in you with the details. The event would be in January 2024. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.